people today, Americans today, I mean, it'd be interesting from your point of view of how open are they for this kind of transformational change?
Citizens are very important. I mean, 70% of the entire gross domestic product, of all the economic activity in the United States is at the consumer level. So consumers have to be a part of that. The challenge is that consumers have been talking the talk, but not walking the walk for, well, 20 years that I know about. In 1989, when I was writing my book, The Green Consumer, the first ever survey of Americans came out by a now defunct organization called the Michael Peters Group, surveyed 1,000 Americans and came up with these eye-popping, jaw-dropping statistics that said that 89, I think, % of Americans, 9 out of 10 Americans said they wanted to make greener choice, and 60 or 70% said that they would be willing to even pay a price premium for the privilege of doing that. And over the past 20 years, those data have not changed. Every year, it used to be just in April, around Earth Day. Now, 6, 8, 10, 15 times a year, we see surveys that have some version of that there's some huge demand for basically for green products from good companies. But while that number hasn't changed much, neither have people's shopping habits. Because underneath that desire come a whole bunch of conditionals. I would make the greener choice if it came from a brand that I already know and trust, if I buy it where I already shop, if it works just like the other one works, if it's priced like the other one works, if it's at least as good as the other one is. In other words, if I don't have to change or do much differently, and if it has some other benefit to it besides being greener. It saves me money, if it's healthier for my family, if it lasts longer, if it's simply cooler. And there are very few products that can clear that hurdle. I mean, the Toyota Prius is one that comes close to that. It's a Toyota, we know the brand, you buy it where you buy Toyotas, you fill it up where you buy gas, you drive it pretty much like you would drive it, no too many changes there. It costs a little bit more, it doesn't quite pencil out, but there are some savings. And it doesn't really require too many changes, and it's kind of cool, at least it has been, sort of this badge of honor. But beyond that, most other products are actually the opposite. They cost more, they don't work as well, you have to buy them from a different place, you have to use them differently, and did I mention they don't work well? And so, that's been a problem, and I think right now the irony is, and the tragedy in some ways, is that green products and services often start with a negative connotation. People assume that they're going to be inferior. And so we have a lot of proving to do that these, first of all, improving the technologies, improving the products, and they're now starting to come into the marketplace. But we need to show that they're better products and better, and consumers, I think, will be there.